Hi, Big Ben with BTS Photography, bringing you another exciting strobist tutorial. Today we have returned to the basement after a 6-month hiatus due to an infestation of biological warfare. Today we are going to be... we started off with the two-theme shoot. We've divided the studio into two backdrops. We have Amy Savannah here, who is an actress, musician, singer, writer. Do you write too?
I do write a little bit.
She writes a little bit too. And this is our second time working together on the still photography side. We've done several projects together on the cinema side, including Lust of the Vampire Girls, our feature film, which should hopefully be coming out sometime. It's become, instead of giving a date, we're just saying sometime in the near future. So today we're going to be doing a couple different setups. We've done some really nice high fashion shots with a white background, which we'll decide into that. Helping us, as always, our photographers. We are never that good without the help of our lovely hairstylists and makeup artists. Any photographer that doesn't use a professional makeup artist and hairstylist, the pictures are not going to look good. When models try to do their own makeup, honestly, it just doesn't turn out well, especially if you're using off-camera lighting, because it tends to wash away the faces. HD MAC applications as well as other high-end painterly brands are recommended. We have Denise Christensen with DC Makeup.
Hello.
And we have Vanessa Rodriguez, who has done an awesome job on the hair today. For our first setup, we're going with a simple beauty setup here with a 3-light setup, which I can easily show you. For our key light, we have an Elinchrom Ranger Quadra on a 22-inch beauty dish. It is a silver beauty dish on the inside, and since we wanted to soften up the light a little bit, we've gone ahead and put the sock on that. We're aiming this at a 45-degree angle on the same axis as the camera onto the model. Since the beauty dish offers a higher contrast light and has significantly more fall off, meaning the light is going to go from bright to dark real quick. So if you try shooting one of these with a full portrait, you'll very easily see that, you know, the top half of the torso is exposed right, the bottom half is going to be pretty dark. The light is going to fall off much faster than it would with your other traditional modifiers, such as a large umbrella or even a large softbox or brawly box. To counteract that and fill in some of these heavy shadows caused from there, we're going with a clamshell approach, we call it, because these two modifiers represent of what a clamshell would look like. We've got a nice, just a nice little silver reflector here that we're just putting underneath the model for our headshots or our close-ups. And what's that doing is, it is reflecting that light from the key light and just filling in some of those shadows under the neck. You want to just hold that, we'll demonstrate that real quick. Just film that, Kyle, and we'll just bounce that right in there. Perfect. And that simply just takes in some of the definition out of the chin. It's more flattering to your models. Now, to add a little bit of a rim light, and because of Amy's gorgeous, healthy, shiny hair, we want to make it shine even more. We've gone ahead and added our second Elinchrom Quadra with a nice little strip box here at another 45-degree angle behind her, and that's just going to give her a nice separation light. Now, as always with any type of white seamless background, you have to light your backdrop independently of your subject or your model. And to do that today, since we're not doing a full body shot, I don't need a bunch of lighting. I've simply clamped a nice SB25 Nikon, an old speed light, onto a Manfrotto clamp, hooked it up to a radio trigger, and just feathered that down onto the background, which in turn has given me a nice seamless keyed backdrop. So that's pretty much our lighting setup for this first one. We're going to keep shooting and hold the camera longer, Kyle. Yeah. That's it. For our second setup, we did our safe shots with the white seamless background and the beauty dish. Now we're going to do something that's really going to boggle your mind, something really creative and something that has more of the cinematic approach that I like to go for. Basically, follow me over. We flipped around the studio and Amy's waiting patiently. And we're going to do a type of an ethereal theme or like a dream theme combined with the fashion pose we have here. We have a beautiful lady here, and we've got these floating Chinese lanterns kind of just floating in the middle of nowhere. And she has a book, and she's kind of in a dream sequence or kind of doing a... you can see what's going on here. It's kind of a cool thing. So to get to the geek side of this, how we're lighting this, we're key lighting Amy again with the beauty dish. The 22-inch silver beauty dish, we've kept the sock on it just to soften it up a little bit so it's not quite so harsh on her because it is silver on the inside and not white. To contrast that, to give her some separation from the background, we've done the same thing. We've kept the strip box here on the side. This is at a higher light ratio, or pardon me, a higher power than the beauty dish is. So if you're an Electron Quadra person, you know that you have an asymmetrical power pack, meaning that one port gets 66%, the other port gets 33% of your total output watt-seconds of power. Now, what we've done here is that I've put my A port, meaning the one that gets 66% of the watt-seconds is going to my rim light because I want that to be brighter than I do my key light. So technically, since this is brighter, I could call this the key light, but honestly, and the efforts of light ratios being pretty close together, it's edgy but not such a high light ratio that it's extremely contrast. We want this to be a little bit soft. I could still call my beauty dish the key light. The cool thing that we've done here is that, yeah, I could go in Photoshop and light these lanterns in post, but instead, with some trusty 6-pound fishing line, which hopefully will hold, we've gone ahead and put some speed lights in there with some CyberSync triggers, and that's simply giving us and lighting us our lanterns right. Don't have to light them in post. May I exploit them a little bit in post, brighten them up a little bit, maybe put some pixie dust around them? Perhaps. We'll have to get there and see. I'm keeping, as far as my background here, I have built two sets here. Basically, we call these stage flats in the industry or in the movie industry. If you've ever been on live stage, really simple to make. These are two 4x8s that I've put together, clamped them together. I've got legs on the back with sandbags to make sure we're safe. As far as the color, I did a simple medium gray with kind of a faux background with some cracks and some texture there just to offset it a little bit. I haven't hung anything on this background because I'm probably going to be doing some different dust or some pixie dust or some textures that I will add in post to kind of give us that ethereal dreamscape that we're going for in the look. If you're curious on how to make stage flats, just go ahead and Google stage flats. You'll pull up tons of Bob Vila-ish videos showing you how to make them. Personally, I'm not a carpenter, and I was able to make these. They cost me about 30 to 40 bucks a flat. And what's good is I can repaint these if I want to make a green screen out of them. I can do whatever I want with them. They can stack together. I can lean them against the wall. I can put them in the garage. I can move them anywhere I want, even here in this tiny basement studio. So we'll get shooting. Alright, so we had a fun shoot. We did some magical stuff. First we started off with some nice beauty shots with a white seamless background. Beauty dish, we had the animal fur, well, the fake animal fur on for those of the PETA watchers out there. It wasn't fake. It was.
I told you I killed something right before. Did you not put two and two together?
I wonder. I always knew you were into tanning hides, but not that much.
Well, you know.
So we did that. Our first setup was the nice simple background. Then we moved over here to our set flats with the glorious gray background. We floated some Chinese lanterns. Used some. There we go. Found at your local Hobby Lobby. 6-pound test. Great for dental floss as well. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any other questions, shoot me an email, bigben@btsphotography.com. You can check me out at www.btsphotography.com. And again, we'd like to thank our lovely Amy Savannah, actress extraordinaire. She's met all the stars, and I don't think she's going to be here much longer. So we're glad we got to shoot her again. So Amy, where can we learn more about you? Like, where do we go?
Follow me on Twitter, please, at Amy_Savannah. And my website is www.amysavannah.com.
amysavannah.com.
Yeah.
And what projects are you working on right now? Is there anything going on that you can, you're allowed to tell us about?
Yeah, I just actually landed a voiceover job on a new TV animation show that starts filming early next year. And I'm trying to think, Ireland next year in the summer I landed a supporting role with a huge actress, and I'm so excited, but I can't say her name. But big things happening, hopefully moving to Hollywood next summer, so yeah.
There you have it. As for me, I'll be in the basement here in Utah.
Taking amazing photos.
Doing what we do. I'm Big Ben, and I bid you happy shooting. Careful, it's beauty dishy. You know why they call it a beauty dish?
Because you're a beauty.
Because only beautiful people eat out of it. Okay. Hi, Big Ben with BTS Photography, bringing you another exciting strobeless tutorial. Today we have returned to the basement after a hiatus due to the biological... that won't work.
There you are.